In this final module, I'll be identifying and describing how the 1905 Santa Fe Harvey Company leaflet for Hopi House employs the aesthetic conventions. The two aesthetic conventions that I'm going to be discussing is primitivism and the vanishing Indian. In Lecture 26, primitivism is described as the romantic notion that the primitive communities lived closer to nature and were thus morally and physically superior to the industrialized society. The way Indian Americans lived a very primitive lives became admired during a time where over-civilization was occurring. In Lecture 27, Teddy Roosevelt sought to call for the elite Americans to embrace the strenuous life, making primitivism a solution during the industrialization period. Within the Hopi House, there is a room where tourists will be able to purchase handcraft goods made by the American Indians. This represents the nostalgia of the vanishing Indian. American Indians created a primitivist fantasy of Americans being closer to nature only shows, as stated in the leaflet, a cling tenaciously to their crude way of living. Things that we would not consider high-valued art, such as weaved blankets and pottery, were only few of the many quality goods that the white man's machinery could not replace during this time. The convention of the vanishing Indian is employed through the advertisement of these works done by the Indians. In Lecture 26, it discusses Indians were required to live their lives as primitives. Their lifestyles reinforced them as a lower class because their ways of life were sought out to be a thing of the past. The way Indians produced products to provide for their families were shown as entertainment for the wealthier classes. While the wealthy could take those products made by the Indians, sell them or use them for decor, or bring them to museums, and reselling them depicts these products as ancient and the social class of Indians showing no progression.